C1. You are listening at FameTV.info. Ah, Deshang, yes, that's it, ah. Wang Hu had just arrived at his cousin's room with a handful of yellow steamed buns when he heard such an intense play. He didn't expect Sister Shilian to be so fierce when she called out to such a gentle and petite woman, Wang Hu had just reached 18 years of age, and was at the age where he was full of fantasies about the opposite sex. It was rare for him to encounter such a scene in the spring, so he definitely wanted to study a bit more outside. Wang Hu's body was getting hotter and hotter as he listened. He gulped and stuck his body against the door again. Then, he peered into the room through the crack in the door. Wang Hu was shocked when he saw the scene on the brick bed. His cousin Gu Deshang was not in the room, and only Su Lian was lying on the brick bed by herself with a pair of small hands moving around her body. Between her snow-white legs was the buckwheat pillow. Wang Hu could not help but feel sorry for his cousin. Zhao Shilian was a famous beauty in their village. They all said that old Gu's family had accumulated a lot of kindness and had married such a beautiful wife. However, Gu Deshang had been working outside all year round and had only been able to return home 5 times in the past 2 years. He had pitied this beauty and had no choice but to settle the matter himself, that if he really couldn't tell her, he wouldn't have to go through so much trouble. When he thought of the feeling Wang Hu gave him, it instantly swelled up. Just as Wang Hu was trying his best to look inside the house, his cell phone in his pocket suddenly rang. Who's outside? Wang Hu's cell phone rang intensely, startling everyone in the room. Wang Hu hurriedly took out his cell phone and hung up. He took the opportunity to run towards the direction of the door, but he was still a step too late. Just as he was about to reach the door, he heard the door open. Who's he? Wang Hu was stunned on the spot. Only after a long while did he slowly turn his head back. Sister.in.law, my mom steamed some buns and told me to send it over to you. Wang Hu smiled embarrassedly as he walked toward Zhao Shilian with the items in his hand. When he got closer, Wang Hu noticed that Zhao Shilian was in a hurry to get out. He put on a set of clothes and ran out. The clothes were just long enough to cover her. When she lowered her buttocks, her white thighs were exposed. Wang Hu immediately recalled the scene in the house where Zhao Shilian was rubbing the pillow between her legs. He felt his mouth go dry and his body temperature rise again. Who's he? Where are you looking? Seeing that Wang Hu's eyes were fixated on her legs, Zhao Xilan retreated back into her room and put on her long coat. The coat covered her ankles, but her face was still as red as ever. If you don't have a sister.in.law, then give this sister.in.law to you. I'll go back first. Wang Hu knew that the good show was over. The current situation could only embarrass the two of them, so it was better for him to leave first. Wait, that who's he, you just now? Zhao Xilan wanted to ask how long Wang Hu had been out there and if he had heard the words. However, such words were not suitable for her to ask. Before she could finish, her ears were already burning. Sister.in.law just arrived and my mom caught up before I even knocked on the door. I haven't even come back to give her a reply. Wang Hu knew what Zhao Shilian wanted to ask, so he waved his phone in front of her. Zhao Shilian was slightly relieved. She was glad that she was not discovered. But, Big Brother Cheng not coming back all year round is also hard for you. Actually, I can help you too. Wang Hu whispered into Zhao Xilan's ear and ran off. You little bastard. When Zhao Shilian heard this, she raised her hand to hit Wang Hu, but he had already run away. Zhao Shilian knew that Wang Hu was usually a talkative person, but he was also warm-hearted. Normally, when his husband wasn't at home, Wang Hu was the one who helped him with most of his work. Mom, why did you call me? When Wang Hu returned home, he thought about how a phone call from his mother had disturbed his good fortune. He felt a bit displeased. What? I bought the phone for you, but I can't make the call. Wang Cuiping took a pot of brush and was about to hit Wang Hu. Wang Hu had never seen his father before. It was Wang Cuiping who had raised Wang Hu. He was both a father and mother, and his temper was also explosive. It was precisely because of this temper that they had been bullied quite a bit. Yes, I didn't say I couldn't. What's the matter, Mom? Seeing the oil brush in Wang Tzueping's hand flicking in all directions, Wang Hu immediately changed his expression into a well-behaved face. Since Big Brother Cheng is back tonight, let's go have dinner there. He said that he has to thank us for helping him, so we can't go there empty-handed. Go buy some good wine, then we'll have a drink together tonight. As she spoke, Wang Tzueping returned to the kitchen to wash the big pot in his house. Didn't you just deliver something? If you have the money, why don't you get me a new set of clothes? As he recalled the scene he saw when he was giving away the items, Wang Hu was once again immersed in the feeling of spring. He really didn't know when he would be able to marry such an enchanting wife as his sister. In law, Shulyan. If I tell you to go, then go. Wang Hu did not expect that Wang Tzueping would bring out the kitchen knife this time. He was so shocked that he ran back to the village entrance to buy some white spirits. Listen to the full novel at FameTV.info, direct link in the description.